Well, here's the headline. Quidditch reveals new name in attempt to distance from anti-trans J.K. Rowling and to avoid copyright issues. So Quidditch is a game where you run around a field pretending to be flying on a broomstick. So I'm going to say, considering that, the whole anti-trans thing, that's the least of their problems. They've got to find people who want to run around on a field pretending they're flying around on a broomstick. I mean, take a look at this picture here. See this guy? It looks like he just scored a goal or something, whatever you do in Quidditch. Looks like he's raising his hand to celebrate there. Yet he's holding what I guess is supposed to be a broomstick in between his legs. And that is supposed to symbolize that he's flying on a broomstick. Maybe he believes he really is. I mean, I know there's a lot of Harry Potter fans out there, sure. But I mean, how many people really want to look like they're on a field trip for the mentally disabled? Let's see, something called the International Quidditch Association revealed its new official name on Tuesday as the league seeks to avoid copyright issues over the game inspired by the Harry Potter series, while also distancing itself from author J.K. Rowling due to her opposition to radical gender ideology. Yeah, and you know, I never read the Harry Potter books, but I didn't hear about any of the characters ever taking hormone blockers. Now, it turns out that Quidditch is actually trademarked by Warner Brothers Entertainment. So I think what's really going on here is just that they just can't use the name. So maybe they're just trying to get some publicity by doing some woke virtue signaling and pretending that they hate the woman who invented the game and the books that they love so much, which they love so much that they're willing to run around a field pretending to fly around on a broomstick. But what are they going to change the name to? It must be something really interesting. The IQA, that's the International Quidditch Association, announced that the Q will now stand for quad ball. Well, that's kind of boring. No wonder they're trying to get some publicity. Because, you know, if you take the whole Harry Potter thing out of it, it's just a bunch of people running around a field pretending to fly on broomsticks. And now they have to call themselves quad ball, which is pretty boring. I would call it shame ball, because that's what you should feel when you're running around a field pretending to fly on a broomstick. And I don't think that this whole disowning of their god, basically, J.K. Rowling, is going to get them anywhere. I don't think they're going to see much benefit from this. I mean, they're saying, first, J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter book series, has increasingly come under scrutiny for her anti-trans positions, the IQA said in a statement. Yes, so what? You all want to be boy wizards, for God's sakes. You can't be criticizing anybody. And the ludicrous thing about all this, too, is that J.K. Rowling isn't even anti-trans. She's just pro-biology. She doesn't have an irrational fear of trans people. I mean, I'm not a J.K. Rowling fan, but it's obvious that she's not some sort of bigot or phobe or something. You know, she was just an insufferable feminist before, and she remains an insufferable feminist, just one that believes in biology. Anyway, hey, if you like playing Quidditch and that's your thing, great, good for you. Awesome. It's probably awesome exercise, probably really good for you. You know, I'm sure there's good social aspects to it and being part of a team and all that. That's awesome and it's great, and you shouldn't care if people think you look like a retard. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I notice when people share my content, it makes a big difference. Thank you for that. I'll see you next time.